Okay, we are recording. All right, so um like normal, I'm Ashley. I'm here with a couple of the ladies from the Happy Sense team, and today we're going to be talking about goal setting as 2021 just started. And if you know anything about me from the past, goals were not something that I would set for myself, for people around me, for anything. There's a lot of like psychological issues that boil down to why I never set goals. And that's probably a conversation for another time. But I am proud to say that I have busted through those with the help of Scentsy and my Scentsy sisters. And so I'm hoping that, being that 2021 is a brand new year, I'm going to start with setting my own goals, which I have made the steps to do so, and stick with them. Because not only is the putting it on paper and seeing the goal part of my issue, but following up and following through to make sure that I get to the goal is part of my issue. So we have a paper that I sent out to my frontline, and it is pretty simple. So Tiffany and Lori, the first thing on the list that it wants is a word. And I thought long and hard for my word, and I chose to do consistency because I feel that if I'm able to be consistent with my business, then it's going to continue to grow. If I, constantly post on Facebook, always follow up with my customers, always make sure that I'm sending out my scented mail by a certain date, sending out my team mail by a certain date, all of these things, staying on schedule and being consistent, then my success should continue to grow. Have you thought about a word for yourself, Lori?
Confident.
Confident. Okay, I like it.
So that just kind of came to me, and because I struggle, and I kind of get why I struggle a lot in my capabilities. A lot of people, I come off as a very confident person. Like, I've been trying to print something, and it said my printer needed my attention, but it's decided to start printing. So I guess it didn't need my attention anymore. I come off, I think, a lot of people think I come off as very confident, and I'm really not. Like, I'm not as confident as I come off.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
So you're going to work to be as confident as it appears that you are?
Yes.
I like it.
I am. And I think when I become confident, because I am more capable than I think. And I think part of the confidence is, those customers that want all of your attention.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I have a couple of those. And like, will take an hour of my day just talking. And if I don't get back a hold of them like immediately, then like they almost threaten to leave me. And I'm like, I'm to the point that I need to be confident enough in my customer service that I'm providing them, mm-hmm. that it's just a threat. They're really not going to leave me because I know I'm providing excellent customer service. But
and find a space where if that does happen, then you say, okay.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. I like that for you. Tiffany, have you thought of a word?
Focus.
Focus.
That's a good one.
That is a good one.
So I can focus a little bit more on posting things and getting samples out and just focusing on building my business.
Excellent word.
Yeah, I like that a lot. Do you have any tools in place to help you focus?
I just ordered a bunch of like new product testers and the pamphlets for the new spring catalog, and a bunch of stuff, and I'm trying to set up like a little space for me to be able to focus on the business.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. A little office type of area.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Perfect. Do you use an agenda or do you keep a calendar like in your phone?
No, because I work kind of off chaos. What do they call it? Organized chaos.
Right. That's my life. I understand.
That's mine too.
Okay.
It's the being a Gemini, you know, organized chaos is my thing.
There you go. Well, I challenge you to find a way to put that organization down either on paper or electronically so you
Okay.
keep track of who you sent samples to, what you sent them, that kind of thing.
Okay.
Because I actually need to do the same. I preach to you guys so much about following up after the sample, and I'm not so good at that myself. So that's something that I'm hoping with my consistency that it changes. So very good. I think maybe, you know, all of us that are working together, I think we can bounce off each other and complement what we're all working for. So very good. Okay. The next little section on the paper is monthly goals. So I know that these will change from month to month as your business grows. But so when I filled this out, I was thinking the first quarter of the month. So I personally want to see, not want, need 2,250 PRV or higher, at least 4 parties or events, 1 or more new team members, and then I need to be paid at title every month. I don't want a month to slip by where I'm not paid at title. I feel like that's just leaving money on the table. So it's very, very important that we always strive for that. Tiffany, I know I was checking numbers at the end of the month. Did you get paid at title last month? Do you understand
No.
when I say that?
Yeah, but no, I didn't. I think my PRV was below, like right below 400. So I was kind of sad because I was used to the 1,000 mark, but then again, it was Christmas and all my customers have kids and they were kind of tapped out.
Yeah,
So
I understand.
I understand that.
Yeah. Well, January is a new month. So, and
Oh, yes.
so to get paid at title at the lead level, you have to have 500 PRV. Then your team has to have GWV. So between you and your ladies, they also have to help you because you could do it by yourself at that level, but you shouldn't have to.
Yeah, my cousin who is underneath me, she's going through a lot of stuff with her daughter with like medical testing and stuff.
Yeah.
So she hasn't really been able to be on it, and I completely understand that. So I don't want to push her too much because her daughter's not even a year old, I think, yet.
Oh, for sure.
So.
Is she spending time at like doctor's offices and things?
Yeah.
She encouraged her to take like samples or catalogs and just leave them there with her information on them. Make sure her information's on them. And just leave them there in the waiting room. Like that's a great way to get her name out.
I do that everywhere I go. Every time I travel, go out of town, I always take samples with. I always take scent circles.
Oh, yes.
And just leave them behind.
All the ladies on the oncology floor, when I was visiting my dad, got scent circles all the time. Handed out 25 scent circles.
That's the way to do it. Make sure you're putting them down for your taxes to make it life easier for your husband, Ashley.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, so Tiffany, would you say that your PRV goal is 1,000? You said that you were not happy that you didn't get there.
Yeah, I want to try and hit 1,000 again this month and next month.
Okay. Yeah, 1,000 is a perfect goal. Mine was 1,000 for a long time until I had really, my business was starting to grow quite a bit. And then I hit 2,000. And when you hit 2,000, you get a little extra bonus. 5% commission, you make 30.
Okay.
So cool. And then, so once you get that on your commission check, need that all the time. So that is now a bare minimum for me, 2,000 minimum. So that, you know, be a goal for you down the road as you build up your business. If,
Yes.
of course, you know, set your own goals. So let's see. Lori, what is
1,000.
your big goal? 1,000. Okay. And I was
I
happy
want it.
you were over 1,250.
I know. I had
That was awesome.
people that weren't even in the group ordered.
Fantastic.
Yeah. So I've started, when I started posting on Facebook, I've started posting public.
It's a little scary at first,
Uh-huh.
but it turns out
And
okay.
I've been posting a lot more on Instagram and Pinterest.
Okay. Are you seeing some return on those two?
One of them through Instagram, yes.
Okay.
And then the other one, I don't know. I don't know if it was Facebook, I'm not sure.
Okay.
But one of them was definitely Instagram.
That's so cool. I don't even think about Instagram anymore. I used to be a blogger and I don't even think about Instagram anymore. I have a decent following, but it's not huge by any means. I should be using that. What was I thinking? Okay, very good. Do we have any prospects for new team members for either of you?
No. I'm hoping that Alexis, because she said maybe after the first of the year, and she's really interested in the January warmer of the month.
Good, good.
So I'm going to be hitting her up here really soon. I talked to her the other day about products that I need from her. So for my new business, for
Yeah,
my
awesome.
new job, I mean, so I'm going to be hitting her up.
Perfect. Perfect. Okay, I don't have anybody on the horizon, but I have had 2 join conversations, but they resulted in no's. So I'm trying, you know. I do have a fundraiser going on right now that has been interesting. It's for my grandma. So Tiffany, a little background on what's going on with my family. Cancer seems to be just taking over, and my grandma was recently diagnosed with a stage 3 lung cancer, and she's really worried about the bills from going to the doctor and treatment and whatnot. So I offered to do a fundraiser for her, and she took me up on it. And I have just shared it one time, and that brought me a brand new customer that was in my family that I've never spoken about Scentsy to him. And he bought 2 diffusers. And I was like, what? So that was an amazing purchase and amazing, you know, door to be opened to him. He's a cosmetologist, so I imagine that this could be something that's much bigger than just the commission for my grandma. So that's something to think about. If you know, when we think about doing fundraisers, we think about donating money to a charity, but you don't have to just donate money to a charity. You could do it for a family member. You could do it for, you know, a kid's soccer team, any kind of thing like that. So keep your options open when you're thinking about fundraisers. And this is my first fundraiser that I have actually done. So it's kind of fun, that personal connection to it, and that it's going well so far. I'm pretty excited about it.
Good.
So
I'm hoping to get one out of the Scent Circle one, so you know, that I just posted yesterday. I'm going to put it on my main Facebook too.
yeah, Lori, do you remember? So on our first call, we talked about the fundraisers. Do we want to move forward with that?
Yeah, we're supposed to be, but I can't remember. I don't know where my notes are at. And I was thinking about re-listening to the video.
I'm gonna thumb through my notebook here and see if I have them. Because you know what, that part of the video, I think I had stopped it because we were speaking about certain things. Oh yeah, right here. So I wrote down I didn't have any written down for the beginning of the year, but we do have, we talked about doing one for a local police department and doing car bars for them. And that one, didn't have a date on it. The first date that I wrote down was April. So maybe we should really think about that.
Say that one more time.
To do for the police officers and do car bars.
And that was supposed to be when?
I think that we wanted to do that one at the beginning of the year. So
Oh, yeah.
probably
Gosh, I wish I
February.
knew where my notes were at.
Yeah. I don't know, Tiffany, do you recall any of that? It's been a little bit of time.
I don't remember the day that we had set on it because I know we were focusing on, we were going to do the Cincy Buddy fundraiser for December, but I think it was too close.
Yeah, we looked into it and there were too many moving parts to it. We didn't have enough time. So,
Okay.
but we know that we need to start that in like October of
Yeah.
this year.
Yes. Yeah, we had Mother's Day written down. We had the police.
Mm-hmm.
We had the specific months. I can't remember when we did it. You got all that wrote down? Oh, I know where it's at.
She's gonna go. Okay.
I got it all right in my planner from last year.
Oh, that makes sense.
It was so last year. All right.
With doing a fundraiser for like the police officers, do you think we need their permission first? Or can we just show up with product and be like, here?
I think they'd like the surprise, honestly.
What surprise? Yeah, I'm not sure in that case if we need their permission, you know.
I don't know.
Okay,
I think
February.
February?
Yep. So December was Toys for Tots. February, thank your local police department car bars. April was support system, like hand lotion. May was teacher appreciation. May 3rd through the 7th with scent circles. July, nurses, hand soap. September, firefighters, scent packs. And then November, toy drive. I'm going to change November to October.
Okay, perfect. Well, we should.
So we should get it started now.
Yeah, I think we should probably start advertising it now. It wouldn't hurt. And then,
So maybe I need to stop the scent circle then.
tell me more about your scent circle one.
Well, I posted it in your group and said that I was challenged to sell 50 scent circles this month.
Have you shared that in your VIP group?
I did, but I haven't had anybody buy yet. And I think Kate was the only other one that was going to do it.
Okay.
Deborah?
Yeah, Debbie Rayburn.
Yeah, she sounded excited too about it, but I don't know that anybody's actually done it. So I can just stop it.
Okay. Yeah, or you could just, keep it going in the background. Like if someone is like, hey, are you still doing it? You could be like, sure.
Yeah, I'd rather flip it and get a flyer.
Yeah.
For the car bars for the police.
Okay.
So let me
We can either find a graphic about that kind of thing or make one.
Girl, I got all them flyer groups. I've got one. I actually have one. The party this month that I have this month. It's a 6 question mark before 60. And she wants her guest to guess what the question mark means. It's 600 before 60. She's in a sorority. This is one of my high maintenance people. She wants everything to be about elephants, pearls, violets. I'm like, I'm not creative to make flyers with all of this stuff. So I'm like putting out there in all these groups, hey, anybody want to make these flyers for me?
Yeah. Are they coming up and saying, hey, what about this?
I've had one, Tanya, who does them all.
Yeah.
She told me, she asked me, she said, exactly what do you want on these? I'm like, I don't care. Just as long as it has some of these kind of things, and then our typical car bars, scent circles, that kind of stuff.
That's amazing. Well, I hope that it works out.
Me too, thank
I
you.
know
So I'll just post it there.
Aaron had one. This was like a few months ago for the Thank Your Local Police Officer flyer or something like that on hers. So she
Okay.
might still have a flyer.
You can message her and ask her. Perfect. Okay. So if the three of us want to kind of make sure that we get ahead of these, because once again we're getting. Oh yeah, we got to do that.
You're cutting out like
Oh,
real
no.
choppy.
It's probably these children taking up my Wi-Fi.
Mm.
Okay. All right. So the next goal on the page is a 6-month goal. And so that scares me a little bit because, like I said, when I make goals, they're usually just like throwing it in the wind to make somebody else happy. But I'm changing that about myself. So I personally put paid at title every month. And I would like to see our group grow to a group of 50. So that's right now only 19 more girls. So by the end of June, it would be awesome if we could be at 50. That seems scary in itself, 19 more girls in 6 months, but goals are goals for a reason, right? So that's what I set for myself. Lori, have you thought about a 6-month goal? No?
Not yet.
What?
No. No.
If you need some guidance, I think you could be like, lead in 6 months, like promote to lead.
And tell me what that entails.
So to be a lead, you need one person under you, and you need to have 500 PRV in the month, which you do normally. And then between the two of you or your team of however many you have under you, you would need 1,000 GWV, which is about 75% of your PRV.
Okay, so put that down as my goal.
Okay. All right. It's totally doable. We just, we got to get you that one person and then boom.
I agree.
Okay. I like it. Tiffany, what about you? What do you think in 6 months?
I know I want to have another consultant under me, so I want to try and get somebody else on my team.
Mm-hmm.
And then I want to have sold hopefully 5,000 PRV within that 6-month period.
Okay. I like that.
What do you think that is?
That's bubble bath, but leave it alone.
Bubble bath. Okay, perfect.
I think a baby bath.
All right, let me see what the next thing is.
I think a bubble bath.
The next thing is end of 2021. So we can kind of leave that one kind of laying down. My personal ones that I put on there were paid at title every month and a group of 80. Because I was like, if we can do 50 by the end of June, we could add 30 more people, right? So that's what I was thinking there. And then, so the final group, the little section on the paper here, it says systems for 2021. So I mentioned earlier, I am always talking about how you got to follow up, follow up, follow up. I'm not very good at it. So that is something that I'm going to work with, being consistent. So my goal is to consistently follow up within 2 days of an order, along with the thank you text once the order is placed. So that for some reason is scary to me, and I don't know why. Especially if it's a person that hasn't ordered from me before, to message them and say, hey, thank you, you know, or hey, this is
I gotta
Ashley.
take this call.
Sounds good, Lori. So it scares me to be like,
Hello?
hey, you know, thank you, whatever. So that's something that I'm going to work on. And then my other thing was samples, which so I need to do a better job of knowing what sample I give out so I can follow up to find out what they think, and then to make sure that me giving out the sample didn't just get thrown away in the trash or whatever. Like, because maybe that person doesn't even have a bathtub, so giving them Scentsy soap is nonsense, you know? So those are my two things that I'm sticking with the most 2021, to kind of hone in on doing those things, I think.
Yeah, the follow up is scary for me. I don't know why either, but it for some
Right.
reason it terrifies me, and I don't know why.
Yeah, and it doesn't make any sense on why it scares us.
Yeah.
Because they ordered from us, and you know, someone follows up with me, I'm like, thank you for checking in, like that's amazing, I loved it, or whatever. But people don't normally do that, and so I think that might be part of it, because it's like out of the norm of what normally people do. So I don't know. Oh, excuse me. So, all right, do you have any questions or notes that you want to add, like any specific goals? So I think that if you get another team member under you, and then you guys can continue to build, like you could promote to star in 6 months.
That's like my year goal. Like, I don't want to
Okay.
overextend it, since I have my other job too that I'm trying to move up at. So that's definitely my end of the year goal though.
Okay, I'm writing that down. You want to be star by the end of 2021.
Yes.
I like that. That's really good. I started this year as a certified consultant, or I started 2020. I looked, and in January of 2020, I had I think $3,000 through 3,000 PRV lifetime, and I had one team member, but that team member is no longer with us. She didn't do much, and by the end of the year, like we have a team of 31, and I'm a director.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's all about just finding ladies and leading, or men. You know, we can, of course, we want some men to join us, and then just leading the team into the horizon. You know, so that is what I think. I think that you have the potential to do that. So you're showing up to our calls. You're one of so, and that's, you know, they have a saying, those who show up go up. So there you go.
I hope so.
Great. So I'm going to stop the recording, but we can hang out and stay on if you want.
Look on my dresser somewhere.
Okay. I actually